Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 29th September 2022. My name is trsv Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol trsv nectar nectar nectar. In this particular vlog, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we gleaned through our study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. Today we shall talk about a very important question that the saint, the sage of Arunachala, Ramana Maharshi, who is internationally renowned and revered, asked every disciple of his and the humanity. Ramana Maharshi told all of us, please contemplate on yourself. Please meditate on yourself. Look into the universe within yourself and find out who I am or who am I. That is, who you are. Please find out who you actually are. I contemplated on this particular question and I came up with a particular theory that I would like to share with you in this particular video. See, if you see a bonfire is fire in a pit which is of a large quantity of logs and sticks, etc., burnt together. That becomes a bonfire. There are several sparks of that bonfire which keep getting ejected out of that bonfire as long as it is burning. These sparks from this bonfire are qualitatively as per the bonfire, that is, both the spark and the fire are qualitatively the same. Yet, when it comes to quantity, the bonfire is bigger and the spark is minuscule. As a result of which, this spark is no match to the power of the air around or wind around that blows and extinguishes this particular spark. Now, let us compare this bonfire with the spiritual whole. If The bonfire is the spiritual whole, then the spirit spark that flies out of the spiritual whole is called the spirit spark, which is qualitatively as much spiritual as the spiritual whole, yet quantitatively it is no match to the spirit whole. It has already been declared that the spirit whole is the superior energy of God and the material universe is the inferior energy of God. However, this overconfident spirit spark thinks that it is superior even to the material inferior energy, which is a big mistake. The spirit spark advertently or inadvertently keeps interfering in the affairs of the material universe by entering it, thinking that as a spirit part and a superior energy, it can lord it over the inferior but quantitatively big material universe. This irritates the material universe no end. How? I'll give you an example. In the ocean or sea, there are several oysters with their mouth open, which are waiting for worms, etc., to go inside that mouth and they can eat and digest it. However, sometimes some foreign particles too inadvertently fall into that open mouth. When they fall into that open mouth, this oyster cannot extricate itself from that particular foreign particle, or it cannot throw that foreign particle out of the open mouth. In that case, what does it do? It envelops or wraps this foreign particle with layers of its own saliva to prevent that foreign particle from irritating that oyster's tender flesh. It keeps doing that till that foreign particle vanishes into layers of that saliva. Similarly, when this spirit spark enters the material universe and irritates it, then this material universe wraps three subtle and one gross body around that spirit spark. It is as follows. The first layer is called causal intelligence, that is logic and religiousness. The second is astral mind of emotions and feelings. The third layer is that of etheric senses. These three are made of ether, which is quite subtle. The spirit spark is first enveloped by the causal intelligence, then the causal intelligence and the spirit spark are enveloped by the astral layer of mind, emotions and feelings, and third, this combination of astral mind, causal intelligence, and spirit spark is further enveloped by the etheric senses. All these three subtle bodies, along with the spirit spark, get an outlet through the gross body, which is the fourth layer. The fourth layer of gross body is made up of air, fire, water, and earth. Now, the permutation and combination of vibrations from the causal intelligence, astral mind, and etheric senses, together with the false ego acting as catalyst, give a get an outlet through this gross body into the material universe. The living entity as such is only identified by his or her gross body. But according to Ramana Maharshi, we as spirit spark must find out whether we are this gross body, this etheric body of senses, this astral body of mind, or the causal body of intelligence and logic. We will find that we are not all of these. We are that spirit spark which came here long back and entered the material universe under the false notion that it can lord it over the material universe. Now, just like in an oyster, the foreign particle, when wrapped with layers of saliva, turns into a pearl, similarly, this spirit spark, which is wrapped by causal intelligence, astral mind, etheric senses, and gross body, after trillions of births and deaths, at last realizes its true self as the soul. This is what I wanted to tell the viewers. We must contemplate on this particular matter and find out that we are not this gross body, this etheric body of senses, the astral body of mind, of feelings and emotions, or the causal body of we are actually that spirit spark which got ejected out of the spiritual hole and came into the material universe advertently or inadvertently to rule over it or lord over it. In that process, it got caught into this material universe and its endless cycle of birth and death began. Once we realize this, we try to break away from all these shells of gross body, etheric senses, astral mind, and causal intelligence, realize our true identity as the soul, which was once the spirit spark, and then try to go back to Godhead. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this subject. Please give me your own priceless opinions, thoughts, and ideas on this matter so that we may join everything together and come up with something which is beneficial to the whole society. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.